right. I've been trying to record this. I don't know why there's been so much hesitation. So this is a connection read about you and a connection that has been in your life. The timeline is unique for all of you, and it has recently had like a shift in the way that you relate to each other. And in that, it's understanding boundaries, right? Understanding energetic boundaries, understanding reciprocity, okay? And so we're going to kind of dive into the layers of this connection, understanding like where each party is at, okay? If you haven't met me yet, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here. On my other account, I go by Astramia, where I do evolutionary astrology. If you want to support my stuff, all my stuff is linked in my bio. You can get access to free weekly downloads from me through my newsletter, Letters from the 8th House. It's about the astrology for the week ahead. So in your energy, we have the King of Cups. Okay, I'm gonna start about the relationship here, which is the Four of Pentacles. The relational energy is like there's this mutual agreement of like, this is not it. This is not I'm hearing Sharpay from this is not what I wanted. This is not what I planned, right? With like things shifting up, and that just reminded me, my niece told me today, it's her birthday. She goes, I just want everything to go back to the way they were. And I was like, well, you're 5 now. You can't go back to being 4. So I want you to be all of you as 5. She was like, I can't wait to be 6, as a little kid, where it's just like already the next thing. And it's kind of like you've reached a culmination point in like there was no, you couldn't go forward in this connection. Like there was no space because there was like the parts just weren't fitting. They weren't fitting. And the Four of Pentacles here is really naming that there is this need for you to like, what is the next thing for you? What did you learn in the timeline of this, and what is next? And I really feel this deeply grounded, compassionate energy on your end with the King of Cups here, because that's representing your energy when it relates to this connection. With the Four of Pentacles, the 4 signals a desire to withdraw and re-examine foundations and boundaries you created while you're considering your next step towards new manifestation. If you don't have a private, comfortable space to retire, this card encourages you to create or find one. Metaphorically, it symbolizes a time to sage your life, purifying, cleansing, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, creating a pristine sanctuary to channel your new inspirations for your future plans. Okay? This is a place you can reconnect to your soul and discover your personal power, right? I really feel like this connection brought up the like, oh yeah, definitely gotta recenter. I've got to prioritize not settling for something that actually isn't aligned with where I'm moving in the future. In this person's energy, where they're at is the Tower. And I'm sending them a ton of love because there is really good movement on both parties, right? There really is good movement. I feel like this realization that it wasn't what they had created in their mind is a little bit shattering. I want to name that in this King of Cups. You can kind of see this like lotus-like sunflower in the background. In the Four of Pentacles, we have this sun here. And then in the Tower, we kind of had like the sun setting, where it's almost like an illumination, closing, things being broken open, and it is a very, very beautiful opportunity for this person. And who knows, I don't know which part you are. You might be the King of Cups, you might be the Tower. Use your own discernment. I don't know. I'm just reading a connection. And so I elaborated on all of this energy. Okay, the King of Cups, I was like, what's coming, right? What is coming? And for the King of Cups, we have the Lovers. For the Four of Pentacles, in relation to this relationship, we have the Three of Swords, which is the grieving of this relationship. It didn't actually work out in the way that you both thought it was going to. And I think it's a very interesting energy, because I feel this like grieving process. I think a lot of past pains might have moved through this connection in a way that you were able to grieve those past pains and old stories, and it's like a fresh slate. It really has offered both of you a fresh slate to build on. Because for our tower folk over here, whether that's you or somebody else, we have the sun. Like, it is really like our King of Cups person is like finding their deeper level of compassion for themselves that is leading them into true connection. And for our Tower person, it's like really breaking them open for them to find their light and to illuminate and to like be seen. As I shifted into deepening into the King of Cups energy, I was like, all right, elaborate on that. Like, this Lover's energy, what does that entail? Is that like inner union, outer union? We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups. And for me, obviously, it's like, I really feel for the King of Cups individual that you, if that's you or this other person, that it's like, it's this boundary, this foundation is, it was a beautiful opportunity for you to figure out, oh, this is what's important to me for laying a foundation of connections. There's a lot of, especially with the Four of Pentacles, it's like slow and steady. It's like you've reached a certain point of knowledge within that connection. It couldn't continue forward. So allowing it to break and allowing it to end and come to a close, whether that was like a mutual agreement or something else happened, right? And then for our Tower person and the Sun, this energy, okay, yeah. We have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, and you might resonate, for my Tower person, you might resonate with some of the readings I've been doing lately, where it's really this opening of like, nobody can take your light from you, ultimately. And it's sort of, I don't know if that was the fear in the connection for you. Oh, the Devil. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of like, for my Tower person, if that's you or another person, it's like this broke the Tower person open in a way that made them feel really, really vulnerable, and that they have to protect their light and they have to protect it from you. I don't even feel, and I keep saying you, I assume most of you are this King of Cups. I don't know. But protect themselves from the King of Cups, where it was like, oh no, my emotions or my light is going to be taken and is going to be changed into something it's not. Ultimately, for both of you, it brought in some strength. Let's wrap up this reading for the King of Cups. Anything they need to know moving forward into connections. Here. The Moon. Trust your intuition. Trust how you move. Trust the softer edges of your femininity to guide and allow you to find those spaces. And then for our Tower person, Two of Pentacles. Your thoughts create your reality. So I really, my love, my Tower folks, really settling into understanding where there is still this projection or like protection energy. When you lean into connection, it takes being open. It takes allowing your heart to be seen. And if you keep guarding your heart, nobody's going to know your heart. But it's like this Devil, like I feel like that's your guys' energy. Like there might be a little bit more like inner union, exploration on your part. Understanding that to enter the type of union that you truly, truly, deeply desire, there's a deeper level of meeting yourself that is being asked of you so that these two can come into union. Yeah, Knight of Cups, right? It's okay to be new with love. It's okay to for it not to be perfect. And I really feel like ultimately like this played out for both of you exactly how it needed to. I don't feel any heaviness on either parts. It's that understanding that you both deserve to have your desires and needs met in a way that meets you. And Nine of Pentacles. Like it's all good, guys. It's all good. High Priestess. I feel like you both intuitively knew that. So I'm gonna leave this here. My readings are open. I love you guys so much.